That's me, sitting at my computer. I like consuming media, but more than that I like creating films. But every time I go to make a new video, I find myself walking on eggshells, trying not to copy anybody, trying to be original. But enough is enough. I'm tired of treading lightly. It's time for me to stomp. I'm gonna use the music I want to use, and the clips I like, and I don't care if anyone else likes it, and if it gets taken down, I'll just put it up somewhere else. I'm Jake, and this is our film.
This is the home of Lars Ulrich, the drummer from Metallica. Look, there's Lars now, sitting by his pool.
What's the matter with him?
This month he was hoping to have a gold-plated Shark Tank bar installed right next to the pool, but thanks to people downloading his music for free, he must now wait a few months before he can afford it.
Speaking of music, let me tell you a little about my favorite band.
Come, my lady, come.
No, not Crazy Town. No, they actually took that riff from my favorite band. But Crazy Town is by no means the only artist that uses other people's music. The Chili Peppers are notorious for appropriating songs and riffs. When I was young, I actually met Flea in Costa Rica, and he told me his favorite guitarist was Hendrix, and showed me his tattoo. In fact, they have more Hendrix covers than anyone I've ever seen. When I was in high school, I went to Savannah Arts Academy, and all my friends were artists. Recently I went back and I had a conversation with my old friend Todd. He shed some light on his art and where he gets his inspiration.
Time is everything. Time is your art.
So what do you do with your art when you're done with it?
Give it away.
You just give it away?
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's to make people happy. I try to draw faces with some kind of emotion, more or less. Well, see, here's the thing about drawing a face, man. There's 7 billion of us living in our time right now, and like throughout all of the 10,000 years we've got the greed that humanity has been doing, right? There's been thousands and thousands and millions and billions of faces. Just pick one. Just draw a face. It doesn't matter.
So then you do draw other people's faces?
Dude, I'm sure the fingerprint will eventually one day come back around and be duplicated. That's all I'm saying.
You think?
Yeah. Inevitability. Imitation is the highest form of flattery. In fact, the only reason I would copy somebody's art is to try to hone my skills better. To try to understand what they're doing and how they use their lines and how much pressure they might have put. That's the best part about being alive. Human experience. If you're not going to collaborate with the other entities walking on this plane, then what's the point? There's a saying some philosopher said, and it was, you can find beauty even in destruction.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's true, but I don't know. I'm for Confucius. Teach in peace. Teach in peace. Why destroy? Why not just help, lift up, create? All right. Well, that's about it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's go get some grub.
Okay.
Mockumentary out.
Chase lizards, pocket donkeys, the love of a Martian. Let's bow our heads and let the trumpets blow. Our girl is gone. God bless her little soul. Lots of love and keep it coming. Make something out of nothing. These are the best that I don't know how to say. Lose the one I love today. These are the best
Don't even try me, boy.
Todd had a good point about seeing the beauty in destruction. So I decided to return home and talk to my neighbor who makes all of his art out of discarded materials, Raymondo.
So what do you typically do with your art when you're done with it?
Pile it up here, man. Look around. Sometimes they go away. And they come back too, though. The very first thing I made in metal was a gargoyle. We had just met at, the installation, and I was like renegading. I didn't pay to be in it, and all these people were paying to be in it. And I mean, it was a nominal fee. I was like, I'm not fucking paying to be in an art show. That's stupid. So I just like fucking went in there, with all these cords and shit, because it took like all these cords to run the power. Because I put mine on the roof, and with through the cement, with through bolts and the drills and screw guns, and some motherfucker broke it off and stole it.
Really?
Yeah, the very first one of those I made, it got stolen, dude. I'm not joking. Ultimate compliment. I mean, I was pissed. I was walking around that thing looking to beat somebody's ass that night. But it takes a lot of balls to steal art.
Have you ever stolen any art?
I would say no. I'd have to say no. I mean, what I have done is we found all this shit one time, and it was like somebody's attempts at art or whatever, you could tell, like sculpture or whatever. And we took it all over to my friend's house. We placed all these shit that we found in the garbage, these art objects. If you ride by their house right now, they're still at one or two of those things that we stuck out there. Hilarious. Is the interview over yet?
I'm still left with a question. What about the artisanship in copying? For this, I had to go talk to my friend and coworker Daniel.
I forgot what museum somewhere in New York City or something, I think, recently started a program where they're encouraging people to come in and take a whole bunch of pictures around a sculpture or an object and then put them in the software, take enough of them, the software can stitch everything together into a 3D object that has a texture and everything, and then you can print it out. So essentially you can make your own replicas of famous sculptures at home. I don't know where the copyright laws fall in that, but I think a lot of those sculptures are, you're talking about things that are hundreds of years old. I think the best way to do it is just to make and sell things. And if someone does copy you, then you copy them back. Make your own, knock their stuff off, or make your own knockoff. Make a knockoff of yourself, because it's going to happen, and you can't stop it. Unless you have a lot of money, you can't stop it. Or I wouldn't copy something directly or steal its design, because I don't think there's any point in that. I think if you take that design and you make an improvement on it, even a very, very minor improvement, something that makes it better, that's not stealing, that's innovation. There's a very fine line between what could be called stealing and innovation. I don't feel like anyone's stealing any ideas, because they're all different. They're all using different methods of doing essentially the same thing, and it's good to see that creativity, competition, it's a good thing. Can we turn the AC back on? It's starting to sweat over here.
Daniel does have a point. As long as you're taking these copies and putting your own blood, sweat, and tears into it, and making something unique, it is a new art. I guess even my medium of copying the sights and sounds around me is in a way creating something new. But I guess it's up to you to decide whether or not it's art.